please rise and take the flag. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Okay, welcome to tonight's Board of Education meeting. Board meetings are generally held on the third Tuesday of the month. The Board of Education is a body of school district residents elected by the community in charge of conducting school-related business. The meetings are conducted under the open meeting law, but are not open forums for the community. With that being said, visitors to these meetings are to conduct themselves properly and with respect to any other individuals at the meeting. The Board of Education reserves the right to remove any individual for improper display of behavior or inappropriate language. The Board of Education will have a period of time devoted to visitor requests following any board presentations and the approval of minutes shortly after the opening of the meeting. Individuals wishing to address the board will be permitted to speak up to 3 minutes. A total of 30 minutes may be allowed for public comment. If there's people that wish to speak tonight, we'll go over the criteria a little bit later. Beatty, do you mind doing roll call? There you are, Beatty.
Sure thing.
Thanks.
Mr. Zila?
Here.
Mrs. Emerson?
Here.
Mrs. Sanford Davis?
Present.
Mrs. Benjamin? Here. Mr. Sewell?
Here.
Mrs. Thompson?
Here.
And Mr. Wheeler?
Present.
Thank you.
Okay, I'm going to switch the order a little bit. I'd like to have JC come on up.
So I would like to present to you the 2026 New York State Class D softball champion, Oakfield-Alabama Hornets. On this journey, while we were in Binghamton, we defeated 2 undefeated teams. They played outstanding through all the weather elements. It was hot. It was raining. It was an experience for sure. They are true champions in every sense of the word, and they upheld our community well, made us look good in terms of how they presented themselves. So we're super proud of them both in their play and how they conduct business.
Thank you, JC.
You're very welcome.
Thank you, ladies. Wherever we seem to go or look, your names are out there, your posters are out there. It's big time when 4th grade Kendall kids are excited about how well you guys are performing. My girls at home had wanted to watch every minute of you guys down at the Little League Park. All the girls are talking about it. It's amazing. What you're doing today is really setting up Oakfield for the future. And the amount of hard work and effort that you guys put in behind the scenes, I don't think anybody has an idea about the amount of reps that you guys take in the wintertime, in the fall, in the spring. It culminates into an experience like this. And I've never seen anything like it. I don't think any of us have ever experienced anything like this. Maybe Mr. Banzer has another school district that he's been at, but this is a special deal for us. And it could just possibly be beginning. You guys have the potential to run this back another year, continue that winning spirit of Oakfield, and how you represented us, I don't think could have been done any better. And I appreciate Coach Schlagenoff reminding players on this team that there is going to be someone that loses. And when you win gracefully, because it's only a matter of a couple outs here and there. Where you can on the other side of the ball. And the way you guys won, dignity, respect, greatly appreciated. And some of you girls have really done a lot of winning, carrying over from basketball as well. So a lot of praise goes to you guys, and thank you. I think there's some certificates
We do
to give out tonight.
Yeah,
I feel like a lazy bum sitting here. Yeah. I always make this part awkward, girls, so bear with me. Okay, so
I don't know.
they are fake.
I'm not crying. I know you might think I am. I cried. I was dehydrated from crying. I'm not kidding.
This is for sportsmanship, and we're going to recognize Tori Davis. Riley Jones. Kaylee Merkel. Emma Moore. There we go. Thank you, Coach Schlegg. Thank you so much. Thank you for parents who have gotten us a lot of this time. And thank you, Coach Denny. Thank you, Mr. Lamb, Coach Lamb. We really appreciate what you guys have done. Williams, everybody, Harknesses, thank you so much for putting in all this time to get these girls ready for us to compete at such a high level. So thank you again. Girls, we're going to make you stay until like 8 o'clock.
There's some food to eat.
What kind of food, Chloe?
Cheese.
All of it.
Cheese and whole milk.
Cheese and milk is a
And two is
cheese.
Oh, yeah. Yes.
Nice job, guys.
Yeah,
So thank you.
congratulations. Mr. Stabell, one thing I forgot to mention about these fine young ladies is they also won the NISLA Class D Sportsmanship Award. So the state tournament also recognized how outstanding their sportsmanship is. And that's not something that happens very often, I don't think. So very much appreciate how they played as much as how well they played.
And that's voted by the umpires? Is that what it, or is that what how they
Mr.
did
Schlegg,
that?
yes.
I think
It was
that did
umpires that recognized them for that.
that. So that says a lot.
Yeah.
Being good to the umpires.
So, Coach, the question that needs to be asked: when do we get our sign on Main Street?
I'm already in the process of picking one out that we like and running it through Mr. Montroy, so wheels are already turning.
Perfect.
Well, there's one down there.
I saw the one down there, which is great. It's a good placeholder. Perfect.
It looks sharp.
Good.
Thank you very much, everybody. For
Congratulations.
Congratulations. Emma, are you going with Chloe? Can you get right with Chloe there? What? Do Rusty Red. Sandra, are you going down there? Can you ask her? Yeah, I don't know if she knows how she's getting there, but thank you. So the Rusty Rail kindly invited the whole team down for wings and soda on tonight at the Rusty Rail. So it's all free, like the whole meal is covered for them. Yeah.
We do have another person to recognize. It's our ex official, Elijah Boyson, but he's unable to make it tonight. But we would still like to say thank you. He is an extraordinarily eloquent individual. Unlike me, because I can't even say that. But he's represented our student body very, very well. Without a lot of direction, I don't believe. I think he comes fairly prepared and does a nice job. I think he's going to do really well out there in the real world. So I'd like to say thank you to Elijah and
Graduating top 10.
yes, yes,
Going on
yes.
potential, hopefully for law school, I think is the action.
Yeah, I think you're right. Yeah.
Very impressive.
Yes, I was honored to sit with him these last couple of months. So thank you. Nice job. We do have a presentation tonight, or an update at least from Mr. Michael Dorr.
So, Mike, can you top that? I don't think so. Back in the old days, you know, when I was 23. So, just to go through, we're going to give a quick update. What you see here is the pool. What we ended up doing is, when we got into the project, there were some issues down at the bottom drains. They were deteriorating. We went ahead and repaired that. We're in the process of putting in new filtration system down in the basement. However, down the road sometime, in the gutter areas, if they're starting to deteriorate, and they're going to have to be renovated sometime down the road. We have gotten a guesstimate on what it would take. They would remove some of the tile around the gutter, well, all the tile around the gutter, and put a stainless steel gutter. And it's somewhere in the area of $500,000. It's not a big project. So right now, the pool, once we get the equipment put in there, we got the drains. The drains were one of the things that needed to be done to get the health approval, DOH, Department of Health approval, so the pool can come back and be utilized. So just want to make everybody aware that that's one of the issues down the road that will have to be dealt with.
There has an ending time, like lifespan we have now, or
It's 70 years old now, and
70 years?
It's hard to say right now. What we're going to be doing is once we get all the work done, we got to put tile back where we replaced the sumps and stuff like that. We're going to clean everything, and hopefully, it'll last another 3, 4, 5 years maybe.
Is that something that was just like only able to be discovered now, or was that something? I mean, like when is it the building condition survey stuff that maybe
No, I mean
was in there?
the rust is there.
Okay.
It's just a matter of
It's not like a surprise. I mean, it's a 70-year-old pool, but
once we get out into the pool, I mean, the sumps, the piping underneath, it's all deteriorated, and that's why we place the sumps and the piping for the filtration system. It's something that it's just the age of the pool. It will eventually need to be taken care of.
yeah, I was just hoping it would have been something that would have been picked up like at some point before we did this part. You know what I mean? But not necessarily in Europe, but
Right. No, I mean, the rust spots were visible, and it's should it be done? Shouldn't it be done? It's dollars and cents as budget. That's what it comes down to. And at the time, I think it was decided, it's more important to deal with the filtration system than the cosmetics of it. And not that that's, when you start taking the gutters, redoing the gutters, it's also part of the filtration system. It was the least of the issues with it. So,
Lower on the priority list.
yes, thank you. So, just to give everybody a view of where things are at this point, we're currently working on the high school chemistry, biology, earth science, and physics rooms. They will be turned over by the end of August, or beginning of August, sorry. Initially, it was the schedule was to get it done by the end of August. However, we were given the space early, and I wanted to make sure that we delivered it early. So Jared is not, out there in the last day trying to get the thing put back together. So that's we're on schedule to deliver that on time. Completed track rework at the east and west D zones. So there were grade issues, and everybody's aware of that. What we ended up doing, we ended up removing the asphalt, regrading, putting new asphalt down, getting it ready for track surfacing. We've since completed that work. We're currently working on installing the cushion all the way around. That's completed. We're as of today, we're doing the synthetic surface. We've got there's 3 zones that are blue. That has been completed. Tomorrow they're going to start installing the gray. They will do one continuous coat of the gray, and then the next day, or when weather permits, they'll do the other. Rain is one issue, and the other is wind. If it's over 15 miles an hour wind, which here, it's almost every day, but they've been dealing with it. If it gets up to 20, 25 miles an hour, they won't spray because it'll get all over everything. So that's where we are with the track. We do have, we did complete all the reseeding of the areas and retopsoil and seeding, so that hopefully by the dash in the dark, the grass will be taken, and so it'll be a complete facility for everybody to utilize. Currently working on the pool equipment replacement. We're down in the basement. As you saw in the picture above, we're in the basement doing the filtration system. They're in the process. They completed the sump areas. They've got it concreted in. We're waiting for the tile to arrive. And once the tile arrives, I'll put the new tile in. And then we still have to clean the tile after that. So we're working on that. And we're currently working on, I said that again, currently working on high school science classroom renovations. For the renovations, we're to the point now where we've got all the drywall done, we've got all the taping done. We're going to be, we're starting ceilings. We've got some of the ceiling support structure up. And then we're going to start painting. And once we get the painting done, we're going to put the flooring in. Then that'll allow us to put in the millwork. And then after the millwork, we have to complete the plumbing, the sinks plumbed up, and then it'll be ready to turn over. So, and then last for the capital project, we've got, we're working, we did do some work over at the elementary school. We removed the ceilings in the corridors where we'll be working in the classrooms. We're installing, we're bringing the walls within those corridors up to the ceiling to meet code. So that's what we just removed the ceilings so we can see what's up there. And then once school is out, we're going to start ripping up the classrooms, new carpet paint, and windows in some cases, and some doors. So that's where we're at for that. And then the Phase 2 spend down project, we're in the process of working on the varsity softball and baseball fields. Things are going well. We've stripped them. Next week we'll be pouring the nailers for the turf that goes around the existing fence or in between the fences, and then out in the where the outfield meets the end.
Are there any pictures back there?
Yes, I'll go through this quickly. And then we began the high school bathroom renovation today. We did demolition. Next week we're going to be doing asbestos abatement. There's a little bit of asbestos in there, and some lead. All the tile walls are lead, so we've got to remove a few of those walls, and that will be done in the evening because we have school has testing Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, so we're going to be doing that on second shift. So we're just going to go through quickly. Sorry, some pictures. This is the filtration system down in the basement of the pool area. Just to give you an idea that white thing is the big filter. It's pretty neat. Here is in the elementary school, some of the ceilings that are removed. Just going, we've got a few pictures of that. You can see what's going on there. There's 3 areas there. Here is the varsity softball field. You can see it's been stripped. This is the baseball field, same thing. Here is the high school boys' bathroom. They removed all the toilets, getting ready. This is the tile walls that are going to be demolished, and those are lead. This is the girls' bathroom. We're going to be taking down the stalls in there. That's going to be done under abatement as well. Here is the biology room, room 168 in the science area. You can see it's ready, it's been finished, ready for paint. This is the earth science room. This is the physics room. And then we go to the field. This is the track, the cushion going around the track. This is looking to the northwest. This is the track looking to the east, the southeast or northeast actually. Then here is the synthetic coating, the zones for the synthetic coating, the blue. And then beyond the blue, all this other area is going to be gray. And that's the end of the photos. Any questions?
Do you have a best guesstimate when potentially the public can get on track?
Never. No, because we want to look at. No, we're looking sometime probably mid-July to late July by the time we get it right and cured out and stuff like that. So, but it'll definitely be ready for dash in the dark. It'll be the facility will be ready. So, any other questions?
And did you say the softball, baseball fields, when you think
They
those will
be
be
done
accessible?
in the end of August, early September.
Okay.
So, Pete, I was talking to Pete Bueller, and he was concerned, with equipment being out there, is that going to be there for the dash in the dark? And he says, no, that's out of the equipment.
Okay.
So,
All school renovation still on track to be done before school starts next fall.
see that was fun.
Everything's still on track for all the classrooms and stuff.
Yes.
For
Yes. So far, the elementary school will be just getting into. I don't see any issues there unless we encounter something that is unforeseen. We jumped on the science rooms early, and good thing we did because we did encounter asbestos and other things that slowed us down. The pool area, that'll be done. All the areas that we're working on or will be working on will be complete by the end of August. So, other than that, any other?
And then Mike, for the ceilings in the elementary school, why are they coming down again? They're coming down because
We have to access above the ceilings, the walls above the ceilings. We have to do an infill from just above the ceiling to the deck.
okay.
There's nothing up there, so we're doing an infill to meet code.
But the framing that's south of the ceiling tiles, that's not going to have to get replaced. You just need access to take the ceiling. Okay.
That's correct. That's why we removed the ceilings to get gain access.
It's just in the hallways, right? It's not in the classrooms, or it's just
It
classroom
will,
tiles are still maintained
it
right now.
will be in the classroom too, because the classroom comes up to that wall.
But not right now. Not
Not right now, not till school is out, but we wanted to be able to see what we were going to be encountering.
Any questions, guys?
No.
Well, it's good to see you, Mike.
Good to see you.
Yeah,
Thank you.
Maybe next month or whatever, if you want a tour, we'll give you a tour.
Yeah.
Great.
Yeah, I would love to see underneath. I would love to go to them.
Yeah.
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 Awesome.
Yes.
I did.
I
Yeah.
think that would be a great plan for
Yeah.
that.
Mark it
Everybody have a
down.
great evening.
Yeah.
You
take
do the
care,
same.
Mike.
Thank
Drive
you.
safe.
Thanks, Mike.
Okay, on to the minutes. Item 4, be it resolved that the minutes of May 12, 2026 and May 19, 2026 meetings be approved. Can I get a motion?
So moved.
That's 3 people. So let's
I think there was
Maria, first, Pete, second. Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion passes. Do we have any visitors tonight?
Not that I can be aware of.
Okay. On to item 6, approval of warrants. Be it resolved that after an audit of the bills, payment of the warrants and internal claims audit reports be approved. Can I get a motion?
So moved. Go ahead, Pete. I'll second it.
Okay, D2. Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion passes. Treasurer's report 6.2. Be it resolved that the treasurer's report for April 2026 be approved. Can I get a motion?
So moved.
Thank you, Kevin. Any second? B. Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion passes. Laura, well, here's the thing. You don't have to do a budget presentation.
Oh.
Yay.
That's a big one.
Breather.
Any updates for us, Laura?
We had the auditors in yesterday and today for our preliminary audit. This year went really fast, so I can't believe we're already getting started on closing out the books. Our regular audit is until September, but we get started early. So we're in end of year mode. There's always a lot to do and a lot to do over the summer, so we'll be busy. Yeah.
Thanks. Rob?
It's been a very busy time of year, and obviously added to the excitement was the accomplishments of the girls softball team last weekend, which is phenomenal. Congratulations to them again. Today was field day. There's, I'm sure you're going to hear some of this, but there's just, it's just that time of year where there's a lot going on. Today was the last day at the high school, and it was a great field day. Kids were having a ball. Weather was perfect, I think. Mr. Peterson and Mr. Montroy did a great job of manning the grills today. It was a nice day. Lauren Carter was here. We spent a good chunk of the day together, and we took a tour. We got her up to speed on a few things, and she met a lot of people. And so, she's ready to go. So it'll be here before we know it. And then Saturday, we culminate with graduation. Yeah, it's crazy. So a lot of good stuff, a lot of positive things going on.
Thank you, Rob. Cliff.
Hi, yeah, so last month we had our special classes at the elementary school go to the Special Olympics, and I know everybody got to see that video, but I personally wanted to thank the 3 teachers, Ashley, Jeannie, and Allison, for signing up and going, along with Danielle and Allie, who spent some time in physical therapy and occupational therapy to help our kids understand what a relay is and how to, pass a baton. They also joined us that day to assist with any behaviors. And then also Andrea and Corey in PE classes tried to emulate some of the activities they might see. And it was a beautiful day. It was gorgeous. The kids did phenomenal. They had so much fun. And now I have a lot of pressure that we are supposed to host in a couple years.
I was just going to ask you that. I would love
I told them not next year. That would be too early. But in the next 2 to 3 years, we really want to have Oakfield host Special Olympics for both buildings and community and Johnson County. So stay tuned. I might need some help planning it, but I think it'll be fun.
Sign me up.
Yeah,
That'd be great.
Thanks. Thank you, man. And thanks for that opportunity. I think that's a great thing to attend and go to. All right. Connie, last report. Fireworks? No.
No, just
No, no.
end your thing.
Okay.
And it was wonderful celebrating the girls, but I also wanted to bring some attention and celebrate some other things that have been happening. I had the opportunity, along with Bill Snyder, Mr. Banzer, and JC, to sit on this panel for the Seal of Civic Readiness Symposium that just occurred. We had 3 of our students who did their capstone projects, and they were able to present to us a kind of summary of what they did, and we had opportunity to ask questions. So we had Tegan Porter. She did a project on barriers to healthcare. Colin Kirkham did educating students with ADHD, and Landon Pangrazio did an ice reform project. They all really, really represented not only themselves, but Oakfield really well. They handled themselves phenomenally because all 4 panelists, we had questions, and some of the questions they had to stop and think, and they did a splendid job. In addition, so I think you all know Tracy Schlegenoff and Pete Bueller co-teach that class. Tracy was honored, this was the Anthony Award, so that was really phenomenal. And then Landon was also given one of the city awards for his presentation. So that was just was a great experience. At the end of the year, only a small little class, but I really thought they deserved some recognition because they just did an outstanding job.
Connie, thank you for bringing that up.
Yeah.
And you'll see later on the agenda, Landon is on the agenda to be our ex officio engineer.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah. What's going on in the elementary school?
Lots of fun. So I want to give a shout out to Kim Fisher and Stephanie Underhill with our visitor aware. They really like when we have events, never complain and check in all the people, and we know who's in the building and who leaves. So family picnic, they checked in 360 people, and the Living Museum was 107, and they do it like that now. So I just want to say thank you to them. Some positive news: Michael Lamar and his wife had their twin boys, and Haley Nasili just had her son. So lots of future OA students coming our way through our staff. And tomorrow's our field days, and we're excited. I just wanted to give a shout out to Andrea Grazio Plain and Corey Winter. They really put that all together. It's a lot of time, a lot of coordination, and all of our staff and faculty are participating, doing stations, and really jumping in. So just a huge thank you to everyone, because it makes it a fun day for the kids. My weather's looking better than it was. So.
Yeah, Friday, Thursday's looking rough. That's
Yeah, the hourly doesn't look as bad as if you just look at the day. So, no, I don't want to do that around there, but I don't. I don't, but yeah. We'll have fun no matter what happens in our office.
Well, thank you. Mr. Peterson.
I'm very cool with that.
6'3" guy. Oh my God! What do you want? We suspended you from saying that. No,
Three big things. One is to Mel Hartman, who joined us in the main office this year. This is her first year in that role, and she has just done a spectacular job. She's really behind the scenes on the awards night that we had last week, the graduation that's upcoming. She has her hands on all of it. And for someone to step into the first year and do what she did, fantastic job. And then Rob mentioned Field Days, which was today. Tracy Schleichhoff's last Field Days is our student council coordinator. She has run that since I've been here, and decades before that. Does a fantastic job. Creates opportunities like that for our kids in homecoming and through the winter. So it's a major loss to our school to lose Tracy Cooper this year. But events like today she was all about. Events for kids, the kids love. She just shines in that spot. So thank you, Tracy. And then Connie. Connie's someone who since day one, I remember interviewing, and I thought at the time she was just a rock star. Has not done one thing to diminish my opinion. That's since that day. She's made me better, inspired me, pushed me. It's a loss for us to lose Connie. So really miss working on this. She's fantastic. And then, on a more practical note, I wanted to update the board on the portrait of graduate updates. We have an opportunity to take advantage of some professional development through bowl season that's coming up next year. So we're going to send our department chairs and +1 in math, social studies, and English and science to participate in some trainings and fellowships to gear them towards incorporating more project-based learning in their classrooms. So that will start this week, actually, with a brief webinar. It's sort of an agreement to participate all of next year, and I'm excited about what that will do for those teachers who will then turnkey that kind of learning back to their department. So good stuff on that. I was saying that.
You don't have to. You don't have to. Thank you. JC.
So a couple things for you tonight. The Dash in the Dark, it's hard to believe that we're already preparing for it. But Coach Bueller and I had worked for quite a while on a new registration format that's going online and digital. That was implemented and sent out into the ether, and we had a limit on it, a hard limit of 75 schools. That continues to keep us at about the 5th largest cross-country enlightened state. And that event is fully registered and booked, and it looks solid in 48 hours. So our Dash in the Dark has grown so popular that it was completely booked solid in less than 48 hours. It's a great testament to what the cross-country program has built here, that people want to come and participate and are banging on our doors to get here. So it's exciting that went off without a hitch. Everybody's registered, we know who's coming before September 11th in the fall. I've been working with Rob Z. We're in the process of implementing a new Neptune music platform that'll allow all of our games to have music that it's filtered, but you can't tell it's filtered, other than you won't hear any naughty words. Other local schools use it and love it. It doesn't have a bleep. It doesn't just leave a space. It actually sounds like it's meant to be that way with no things that shouldn't be in music. So very excited for the implementation of that. And then we have the donation from Stream for some fitness center equipment. Worked on getting that equipment ordered. Really excited to open our doors back up to the community to have them using our fitness center. And we're really excited to update some of that equipment to refresh it. So great things happening in preparation for fall already.
Yeah, thank you for the investigation there. The Napkin music filter. I wouldn't care if it said it's a filter. As long as it's filtered and it's appropriate, I'm a very happy guy. And 75 is pretty crazy. Like, is that bigger than that's not bigger than McQuaid, right?
No,
McQuaid's
is
still
number one
right?
cross country in latency.
Yeah, that's massive. But number 5 is pretty crazy. It's pretty crazy.
Last year we were at 72. That puts us at number 5 already. So we're at campus 75. Really, the limit for our campus in the layout is the parking.
Yeah,
So
sure.
if you wanted to ever go above that, we'd have to have a whole contingent of people dedicated to off-site parking and shuttle. There's just no way to park any more people on campus.
Oh, it's jammed, right? That's crazy. Yeah. No, thank you. It is nice that we're
Scooters always.
Scooters.
Parking scooters.
Why not?
Taking over. I agree. I think we should have parking spots for scooters.
Oh, that would be
Why not?
over there.
Everybody's riding scooters these days.
JC, thank you, and thank you for all the extra work that you've done. As great as it is for these girls to continue to play, that means you have to continue to travel, and it's a lot of time with your family, and it's appreciated. So thank you for putting all that work in.
Very enjoyable. I really love traveling to school with those experiences. One of my favorite things in education.
Well, and hopefully with the better fields coming in and scheduling these baseball and softball games, they're able to,
I will say, after the semifinals and sectionals, they never played on a real play game. Everything was turf.
Yep.
So, being the only school in the region, actually Batavia is in the process of putting in turf fields right now. We're the only 2 schools in the region that have turf baseball softball.
Yeah, and that's great. I think it's hopefully makes the job a little bit easier. Rob, what do you got going on?
A lot of end of the year stuff happening today with the UPK senior parade, so I'm trying to capture as much as I can. Makes for great footage on the website, refreshing that each year. Working with GC and the Neptune idea that it's great. It's like a virtual radio station. We have even phys ed classes can use it too, not just sports. So, and tomorrow we have a training on electronics, the big scoreboard in the back, so we can learn how to do custom graphics and logos and things like that we didn't have from last season. So excited to do that. And then it's just the usual end of year stuff with a Google collection for certain grade levels and book insurance coming up and all that stuff. So big rollovers will happen those first couple of weeks of July with some pretty cool grants that are on this.
Thanks, Rob. Any updates from the OATA at all tonight? Yeah, you're making me really wonder, Trina, if that's really you back there or not.
I was outside all day.
Trina, that is like I cannot see this all far away.
I'm sorry.
And it's like, is this Trina back there or isn't? And that's why I was a little cautious about saying the OTA. So Trina, I'll get you later. How you doing?
I'm fine. I'm a little tired being outside all day, but it was fun. We had a lot of fun today at field days. The first half of the day was like the normal lockers clean out. We had some classes, some review. We have regions starting tomorrow in high school. I'm sure you'll hear about it from your kids that were playing and the slip and slide, and they had a lot of fun, and it was fun to be there for Tracy's last year. So yeah, really busy but really fun, and we had a great day for it. Like you guys already said, we've got exams starting. Those will still kind of middle schooling with the 6th grade, but we have regions tomorrow, so getting ready for that and the end of the year. It's been fun.
Also the light here, right?
Yeah.
You can see the light. You can see the light. Well, thank you, Trina. CSCA is not here tonight. Elijah is not here either. So on to some new business. Be it resolved that items 8.2 through 8.12 be approved by consent agenda. Can I get a motion?
So moved.
Thank you. Can I get a second? Okay, any discussion? Rob, you've already noted that Landon Grazio 8.3 is going to be our next ex officio here, so I think that's something to be noted again. And couldn't have a better one that's going to sit with us. And then there's also 8.4. I think it should be mentioned that we're getting back into the capital outlay project kind of cycle. Where we were off cycle because of the contingency budget, and we weren't able to continue that rollover investment of $100,000. So this kind of gets those wheels moving again, where we have a $50,000 project that's coming our way, where some of that is going to be refundable, I would imagine.
Yes.
And then we'll be able to kind of start that rolling back and build it up. In particular, what we'll be able to take care of that is exterior doors. I believe is one of the bigger things that are going to get fixed, along with the pool heater.
Yeah, well, we have more items than we have money, right? So we wanted to put some different options on there, so that as we assess it more and more, like for instance, we were holding out to see what those, what the filtration, not the filtration, but the gutters might cost, right?
Sure.
It came in 10 times higher, so that's not a possibility. But so we listed a number of different things, in case something comes in less, and maybe we can do 2 of the projects. So that's kind of, we're still doing a little bit of an assessment as to where it's going to go. But we can certainly make sure the board knows what the final decision is.
It's just important to continue to get that
Correct.
again, so that we can, little investment in big gain back. So that's going to be approved here if this passes. And then other than that, I don't think
if I can just point out 2 things.
Do.
8.2 is the bus purchase financing.
Thank you. Yes.
This is a resolution that gives the board gives authority for us to finance the buses, which is what was one of the propositions that passed during the budget season. The other thing that's on here is just a resolution regarding the capital project for Genesee Valley BOCES, and that did pass overwhelmingly. Excuse me, and so that just puts a final end cap on that. And we have the means through reserves, and then apply the revenue we get from that to essentially self-fund that project and not ask anything of our taxpayers. So just wanted to point those 2 things out.
Thanks, Rob. All in favor?
Aye. Aye.
Opposed? Motion passes. Let's see.
So I also want to point out 8.6, pretty nerdy thing. It was cool that the music department is getting handbells, which is really awesome. So it's 4 octaves of handbells getting donated. And I used to be a little boy going to the Presbyterian church with my grandmother, and they would be the only church that had them. And it's just the sound that they give off. I'm excited.
What's the split like for it?
I was like this.
Oh.
And then you get the stain.
We'll be expecting it now.
With the glove on or without?
With gloves on. You have to have gloves on.
Of course.
So wait, Graham, you learned that you would put it on?
Yeah. She was Presbyterian.
Yeah.
That's for another day.
Yeah, that is for another day. I don't know how you snuck into there.
Oh, I used to have to sing, and she wanted money on the stage over there. Interesting. Yeah, interesting. I'm looking forward to it. Danielle thinks she's going to have a little club for the handbells, and looking forward to it being that part of the concert.
So handbells supersede cowbell.
Oh.
He didn't say that. He didn't say that.
That's why you're 2 bells down there, right? And then the third one. Right? So like this bells, right?
Love a good cowbell.
Oh, I just throw it out there.
So just see you versus Kevin. Or anyway,
moving on. Maria's cowbell.
Love a good cowbell. Hey, what do we got at 11.1?
Moving on.
more cowbells.
All right. Yeah, it's like I say rabbit hole.
Okay,
All
right, so here's the
consent agenda.
On the personnel. Consent agenda. Be it resolved that items 11.2 through 11.17 be approved by consent agenda. Can I get a motion?
So moved.
Okay. A little bit of discussion here. We have 11.5. We have permanent tenure for Sarah Montalban. So congratulations. That's absolutely fantastic. And thank you for continuing your employment here with us. And then down to 11:17, we have a new hire.
This is Elizabeth O'Connell. She's nice to put a face with a name. We'll throw her as a new Spanish teacher.
Welcome and thank you. And I think that's
11.6 was Stephanie Underhill.
Oh,
That
yes.
was really glowing remarks, and whenever I go down there, she's always busting. And you know what?
She's amazing.
She's awesome.
She is
Both
awesome.
her and Sarah wanted to extend their things, so they both have other obligations tonight, but yeah, we're really lucky to have both of them. It's wonderful.
Mm-hmm.
And then Mrs. Hewitt's retirement as well. She is really she's had a lot of work in that cafeteria over the last couple of years, and really appreciate what she's done and the connections that she's made, especially with my daughters. My daughters really enjoy Mama Maria. Right, and she's been Mama Maria for a very long time. Like, she was Mama Maria to me as well. Not down in the cafeteria, which is in the community. So thank you so much, Rita, for being here every day and being a face that people feel comfortable around. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion passes.
I have to abstain from 14. 11.14.
You're not on there.
That's for my brother.
Got it.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just his appointment.
Yep.
For mock trial, I think.
Thanks.
11.14 Pete's with mock trial.
Yep.
Yeah.
Recuse himself.
Sorry.
Either way. You got it. On a closing remarks. Pete, can you start you tonight, please?
Yeah, thank you to all of our staff in the district for the year. Your summer is about to start, so congratulations, but thank you for all the hard work this year. Thank you for the community that came out and voted last month that supported us in the budget and reelected us board members back this year. Thank you for putting your faith in us as board members. And I think the girls' softball kind of got me thinking of just to see them go to states and win like that. And, you know, we have some tough budget situations that are going to continue for the next couple of years. And I see some of the same people always online saying, oh, we're spending money on this, spending money on that. But I never see those people show up at school board meetings and ask questions and get the true facts. But watching those girls go to that, it's like, what an experience to come from Oakfield and be able to be on that stage and play in that. And you know what? I think a lot of people here probably know that I wasn't a huge fan of the football stadium and us putting that money into that, but why are we not, you know, a lot of people online are saying, oh, lower enrollment, why are we doing this? But why should our kids not have the best that we can possibly supply them with when it comes to the chemistry, biology, science, and physics rooms that we're redoing right now? You know, just because our school is smaller and doesn't have the attendance that bigger schools have, why should our kids have any less? So I think it's really kind of struck with me, you know, of like, oh, okay, I'm kind of, you want that for our kids, right? You want them to, obviously, you know, we can't give them everything, but we want to give them as much as we possibly can. And I think that in the next couple of years, the community has the opportunity to really show our district that that's what they want, because, you know, we do have some budget issues that we're going to have to work through. You know, there's the whole stream data issue that's going on in the community, and you know, I don't think the school is for or against any of that, but people have to realize the amount of money that would bring in the district, which is fine if it doesn't, but that means taxes are going to continue to have to go up. So you can't have both, right? So we're going to have to decide as a community which way to go with that. And I think that that's fine. It's just want people to be aware of that these are the struggles and things that we're up against. But to me, at the end of the day, it's let's provide the best we can for the kids within our means. That's a big. Seeing those girls they go through that is, man, look what we can do. And come from Oakfield, and to me, that's what's going to continue to draw people to Oakfield. Is our community and the school district, and I have to say that I'm living proof of that because 7 years ago, my wife and I decided to move to Oakfield for the school district, and that's why we are here. So hopefully that inspires others to bring more in.
Yeah.
Ready?
Yep.
Beautiful. Loved everything you said, Pete. I do want to say congratulations to our graduating seniors this year. It's always exciting to see this group of kids and where they've been, what they're going to do, and who they become. So just a word of advice. Be good, study hard, and give it back to your community when you're done with schooling and finding out who you're going to become. So years ago, I was a graduate of Oakfield, and moving back to the community, I want to give back to the school that I love so much. So I'm sitting up here. So I hope that, as you graduate, you can become that community member that gives back and devotes yourself to your district and wherever you live. I want to say thank you to Connie. This is your last meeting, and for the last 3 years that I've sat on this board, you've done so much for the kids and bringing in the different programs, and I love that you inspire all those that you're around. So thank you very much for your hard work. You'll be missed. Moving forward, end of the year, I look forward to another 3 years with this board. I'm very appreciative of the community for voting myself and Jackie and Pete back in. I'm very humbled by that, knowing that you trust me, and I want to continue doing good for the community moving forward. We have so many things to look forward to, and bringing these kids in and having so many opportunities, I want to see that flourish. So thank you again. And that's it. That's all I got. And Mr. Banzer, you've been here for a long time now, and I will be very sad to see you go. You've been a calming presence, and I think you've pulled together this district in a way that is pushing us forward, and we're moving some mountains now, and it's because of you. So thank you.
All right. End of the year sentiments. Congratulations to all the graduates. Well wishes to everyone who made it through another year. All the retirees. Congratulations and thank you for your time here, Connie. You will definitely be missed. I appreciate everything you brought in the time that I've gotten to know you and what you've got here. It's really been remarkable. So enjoy. This is your time to enjoy. Let's see, upcoming prom coming up. I wish everybody safe, good decisions, be healthy, hope for a good night, everything to be wonderful. That's always excitement. State championship, I can't express probably without crying. I've been crying since Thursday when the kids' arms were flailing on the bus. I've been literally, it's been amazing to see. And I'm going to say one word, and it's pride. And I'm wearing this shirt. It's Ratty, Tatty, and Dan Gilbert memory. I do believe he was looking down on those girls. I'm not going to be able to really talk about it, but it's just amazing. The town, the community, unbelievable for something as a parent to watch. And you always want more for your kids. You always want to see. And that is just amazing what this town has done, this community, people, whether you know the kids or not. It didn't matter. People came together, and the staff, the faculty, administration, everything they did for everybody. So the Little League, all these kids, a lot of them started up through. This just goes to show the testament of what this community is based on, and it is strong. And I am so proud to be an OA
community member, parent, board member, and thank you for another 3 years I'll be serving, but I do wear this pride and I appreciate it. So thank you and congratulations to everybody. Moving on.
Thanks, Becky. Great job. Mr. Bueller?
Before I start, did I black out or did Rob not talk? Rob Z.
He did.
You blacked out. Neptune.
Yeah.
Was it Neptune thing?
Neptune.
You're focused on the bells.
I must have.
You're green.
That we're also trying to figure out if Trina's in the back. Sorry,
Trina's here?
Never worried about it.
You look like a kid there. You look just like, not that you are young, but you look very, very kiddish there.
Sorry, Rob. Anyways. Sorry, Trina.
It's okay.
So I was thinking about this year, like it's like a boomerang, catching the boomerang from the start of the year. And from where I started last July, I remember very, very strongly. At this time, Justin goes, "You want to start closing remarks?" And I'm like, "What? There are closing remarks at the end of these?" I had nothing prepared. So thank you, Justin, for that. 11 months ago. So I'm always going to remember that. So that's how it started. And then jumping into, like, we're changing direction, guys. We need to get a new leader in charge, and we're finding a new superintendent. That was one heck of a way to jump in. And then we had so much going. Then we had the immunization issue, and it's like, wow, this is intense. What a great way to start the academic year. Yeah. And then we're so worried about little things too. The bus line, that was a huge thing. People waiting in cars on the road. Thinking about how worried about that.
It was like one day and everyone lost their mind.
I know, but think about it. We were so worried about it, and it was resolved so quickly.
I'm so reviewed over this because Neil shows up at 3 o'clock every day. And
Oh my gosh. I can't do that with 2 kids in the car.
No,
I can't.
it's a whole thing.
He's not first.
He's insane.
He's not first in line.
Listen.
Oh, there's other people probably, yeah.
This is still it's gonna be a miracle.
And there I am, last, or second to last. Heck, my kid was tardying today for the reason I put father. Did you see that?
I walked through that.
For 20 minutes, I kept saying shoes, where your shoes. Oh my gosh, that was my morning. Anyway, so that was the start of our year. And then a lot of things in between, but then we have the downs. I mean, the biggest down, we lost a great friend, Dave Arpino. That was, who ever thinks that ever was going to happen to a wonderful man. I am the only person on the board that had him as a teacher. And I had him for our first ever OA AP English class. And a teacher, he just spent so much time preparing us for a class. He had his first year teaching himself, and we did pretty good. But he was so encouraging. He wrote us all a personalized letter before our AP test in May. I was trying to find it. I was like, oh man, if I could find it, that would be incredible. But a guy that was just so even keel, and you never had to worry about him. He came, he cared, and he produced. And the kids loved him, and we still love him. It's just been unfathomable to have that within this year. And I wish it didn't happen. And, I'm glad we can move on, but let's never forget what a wonderful guy Dave Arpino was as a teacher at OA. A little bit more lighter of a topic. I mean, how cool for you guys. I got proud moms on the board that have 2 of you guys that have kids that made some crucial clutch plays throughout the sectional and state games to get RBIs and hits when it mattered. And you guys must be so thrilled. So kudos to you guys. That must have been quite the moment. And you have to remember, though, state championships are amazing. Oakfield, whoever thought? But we also have to remember state tests. Let's make sure we do good on our state tests. So let's change the direction and focus and make sure that our academics are there. And I know that's going to be a top priority for us next year. I'm looking forward to working on our policies, refining them for next year as well. And like Pete said, with our budget process, hopefully we get to start it nice and early so that we aren't really running up the last minute. And thankfully, you guys set an amazing road for us. And I'm ready for next year. Crazy to say, but let's go. That's all I got.
Yes. So some of what he has already said. So my condolences to the Carpino family and to all of the faculty, staff, students who have felt and are continuing to feel that loss. So my family's been praying nonstop, and it's a big loss for our district. A couple of things that have been mentioned. Prom, please, everyone be safe. Make a choice. Congratulations to all of our graduates. Those scores are just these GPAs that these kids have. I'm like, how do you do that?
And they're involved in everything.
And they play like 75 sports, and they're in the musicals, and they went to France, and I'm just like, and you still have a 700 GPA somehow. So it's wild, but Oakfield just continues to rise. Having had a child experience the state run, I was able to experience a lot of things firsthand, just being an involved mom in the building for breakfast and send-off and the parade and things like that. So I definitely think that there are some huge thank yous and recognitions that need to be made to the community for supporting our players and our coaches, and just the recognition that they've given to Oakfield School. So PTO collected, I mean, it was upwards of like $1,600, just donations that came in to the kids. Anything they wanted from the concession stand, it was paid for. Lunch, breakfast, Starbucks, dinners. I mean, you name it. Those girls wanted for nothing. Never once did Emma ask me to put money on her Venmo card. So I appreciate that very much. And it was just amazing. The breakfast, the send-off breakfast, the decorations. So thank you to the PTO and to the community, just for giving. The parade, if you didn't experience it, to paint a picture, it was like the Labor Days parade. It was incredible. Just everybody came out. The fire trucks, Oakfield Fire Department, Alabama Fire Department, they led the kids in. The streets were just packed, and then they got back to the school, and the town of Oakfield got the wagons out, and the Lamb family pulled the wagons so that the girls were like open and you could see them, because our bus windows go down like this, so all you could see is arms. It was actually, it was kind of odd. All you saw, we didn't know whose arm was what. It was just flapping out the window. So Jackie called and she's like, hey, what if we got the wagons? And I'm like, yes, let's get the wagons. So we pulled the wagons, and that was very, very cool. A thank you to Caryville Inn for hosting the kiddos after they were done. They, opened their doors to everybody in the community. It was packed in there. The Rusty Rail is hosting the girls this evening. They are providing the whole team with free chicken wings and drinks and salads and things like that. Santino's for donating the pizzas for the girls' party. Elite Sports Group also donated all of the snacks for the kids that night. I mentioned the fire hall. And how about Howard Sosnowski? Oh my goodness. That man, Jeff is very superstitious to begin with. So once we started getting on this winning kick, it was like, all right, Howard's got to be it. And the windows have to be decorated a certain way every time. So, but Howard was there for every game, every trip. JC, I mean, there was just so many people that just continued to show up for these girls. And I think Pete said it perfectly. Like, I know sometimes we get really focused on the money, but why don't our kids deserve the best? I agree with you. I guess I never looked at it from that perspective, but that really resonated with me, what you said. So thank you for saying that. And then lastly, Rob and Connie. Connie, we will miss you, but I know that you're going to do great things when you leave here to help people when it comes to curriculum instruction or little side things. Make sure you call me for that, because that's my jam. That's my jam if you ever need anyone. And Rob, oh man, you have just been a rock star since day one. I mean, similar to Mr. Baptism by Fire over here, you kind of did the same thing. We're like, welcome, Rob. And by the way, here's what you're stepping into. So thank you for that. You've made such an impact on this district and on this community at large. And we really appreciate the foundation that you've laid that we're just going to continue to build upon. So thank you.
Melanie.
I don't know what to cover here because everyone's covered everything so well. So I think I'm just going to be succinct and say thank you to everyone. The school year is long and we know it can be challenging, but I think we've had a very positive year overall. There definitely were some low points within it, but we've had a lot of really great high points, and I think it was a productive year. We've gotten a lot done, set the stage for a lot of things, and I'm excited about what's to come in the next year. So thank you to everybody who's contributed to that along the way. Congrats to our graduates, everyone on the softball team. That's amazing. That's so exciting for you as moms to be able to experience that with your girls. So excited for you all. Connie, congrats. Congrats for my mom. She did text me and say, make sure you remember to say congratulations to Connie and call me in retirement. So she's all excited to have someone to hang out with. She's been trying to muddle her way through this year. It's an interesting dynamic. So give her a call. She needs a lunch buddy. And Rob, Rob, you stole my heart last July when we first met you in that diner. And we're excited to, move on to the next phases of things, but you will certainly be missed. It's been a great experience, and we learned a lot from you. You were exactly what we needed in this moment in time, and so thank you for navigating through that with us. And we're excited for what's next, though. We'll miss you, but on to a great summer. So thank you.
Thanks, Mallory. Yeah. Tried writing something a couple of times, which isn't my style necessarily. But the one word that kept coming up was gift. And in life, you get lots of different types of gifts. You get material gifts that you open up once and you say, wow, that's awesome, right? You can get other types of gifts. A gift that we had was you, Rob. You have been a gift to me personally, to this board, and to this school district. You are a gift whose value continues to appreciate. I will take the experiences with you and never forget them. From being in the boardroom, to being in your office, to being at a diner, and it was well before July.
Oh, yeah, it was. That's right.
Well before July. This wasn't a decision made in July.
No,
this was
that's
a decision
right.
made well before July.
That was like April, wasn't it?
And it was instant.
Oh, yes.
Your character has never fluctuated. You never speak poorly of people. You always look at that positive, even though it's really hard to identify. You see it, and you have shown me how to see it in every situation that we've worked together, either through negotiations or through working with individuals that are part of our community. You acknowledge what's great about them, and then you turn it around so that we can see it and come together. One of the things you say in the end of our meetings a lot of times is we've gotten a little closer. We've gotten a little closer, and we have. You may not feel it outside of this building, but I feel like we've come closer together than coming further apart. You've cleared a lot of the runway for Lauren to come in here. You've provided this board with what a superintendent should look like. It's what I've been saying for a long time now. You are the model that I've been hoping and really wishing for. You executed everything perfectly. Whatever school districts you've had in the past, we're very lucky to have you. You started with us with the story about a carpenter, and that carpenter building a last house, and that house was then given to him. And you should always build your home as if it was the home that you were going to live in. Well, I gotta tell you what, you have left this place strong and ready for someone to come in and sit in the driver's seat and make decisions in an easier way than when you came in here. We thank you. I've never done this round, but I'd like to really stand up and I really do. And really, I know you don't like this stuff at all. Julie said I can't give you a hug either. So the woman I work with, Mrs. I know her name, Mrs. Youngson, her mother was a secretary of yours, and so for a long time, and Julie was a student of his, and for a long time I tried to find negative stories about Rob. Everywhere I would go, and I tried to make a connection, and still, it's like a year later, and I still can't find anything negative about this guy, and that says a lot, because usually I'm pretty good at finding those things.
You just haven't found them right.
I gotta call your kids, right? Is that what
That's probably true.
So,
But kids have been good.
long story short, thank you. And tonight we extended you gave us 6 more days, and you didn't have to do that. Tremendous. With that being said, I'd like to make a motion to enter executive session at 7:10 tonight. Can I get a motion?
So moved.
Thank you.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion passes.